Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we've got a puzzle by Derek Leclerc to do today. I really like the way Derek thinks. He puts new twists on things, and I'm wondering how this regional Renbands puzzle is going to work out, but we'll look at that. Well, actually, we'll look at it a little way down the road. I'm going to revisit yesterday's puzzle after I tell you about Patreon, first of all, where on the first of every month we bring you a new Sudoku hunt, and we hope you enjoy it, and there'll be another one on the 1st of May, of course. No, that 1st of June is the next one coming up. Gosh, it's a very hot day. It's a very hot weekend. That's why I'm blaming for any slips. And on Patreon we also have gridogram connections and crossword videos, and they're all good fun. Lots of puzzle content to entertain you. Do join us there. Or in our apps, where not only do we have a line Sudoku app, Classic Sudoku 2, and the Worms, including one by Blobz, there is a new worm due out very soon. So if you already have the CTC app, keep your eye on it for updates. Yeah, we will let you know when something has definitely happened, obviously. So do check that out. You could also get yourself some merch. There's Marty Sears' wonderful Rat Run mugs and other stuff, and you might want to brand yourself with the channel, although you might not if you were annoyed at me making an error yesterday. That was in this puzzle, Square Sprinkled Donuts by Squander, and I think I've reconstructed where I was when I made the error. Now, I noted that this digit couldn't be 6 because 6 was on this sequence, and therefore this couldn't be 3, and very foolishly I then decided that that meant this couldn't be 4. I think I was interpreting this V as a white dot, and it isn't. It's a V. That means this cell can't be 2, which I suppose means this cell can't be 1, but it does rather bring to an end the logic chain that I then went on, which turned out to give correct answers, but not for the right reasons. So what I should have been doing, I think, is noting that some of the sequences couldn't act together. I mean, that's basically the sort of thing we were finding up here. We've also got this box where if that was a 1, this would be 9 and this would be 8, and that would take 1 and 8 out of candidates for here, and you couldn't make this black dot sequence work. So that's not a 1, that's a 3 tying to a 7, and that means this isn't a 7-3X, and that means it's not a 3-2V. And that goes about that far, I think. Also down here in box 8, where I'd been colouring cells for parity, if this was a 3-7X, then 3 couldn't be on the black dots. They would have to be 1, 2, 4, 8. And the remaining digits would be 5, 6, 9. But you couldn't put 5 in this odd cell because 6 wouldn't be one of the black dot digits, and you couldn't put 9 there either, and 6 is even, so that wouldn't work. So that's not a 3-7 pair, that's a 1-9 pair. And then that stops this X being 1-9 because it would break this cell. Now let's have a think about the other possibilities here. If this X was a 2-8X, this would be a 1-4V. This digit would be 9. We'd have 2, 8, 1, 4, 9 gone in the row. The white dot here would be selected from 3, 5, 6, 7. But this digit has to let that be even. And there is no possibility. You can't put 6 here. 5 and 7 aren't black dot digits. And 3 doesn't go with a white dot digit. So 2-8's not possible on this X. 3-7 is also not possible because this would again be a 1-4V. We'd have 3, 7, 1, 4, 9 gone in the row. We'd have digits 2, 5, 6 available here. And again, 5, 6 just doesn't work here with an even cell there. So this would have to be a 4-6X. Which is quite surprising, but quite helpful. That makes this not a 4-1V. That makes this not a 2-3V. This is now a 1-4V. That lets us fill in 2 and 3 up on this V with an 8 at the top. That makes this digit 6. 6 can't sit next to 5 because of the negative constraint, so that's a 9, that's a 5. Now there's no 5 on this white dot. Let's have a look around here. 9 can't sit next to 8. 1, 2, 4, 8, 5 left to go in the box. Oh, 9 also can't sit next to 1 actually, because there's no X. So that's a 2, 4 pair, and this digit is not 2 or 4. That's 1 or 8. We've got 1, 8 and 5 left in the box. Don't quite know how that's going to work. Now, what have we got in this row? 5, 4, 6, 2, 3. We can't put 1 on here because we can't put 2. So 8 is one of the digits on this white dot. And 9 is not, because 9's in the box there. So that's a 7, 8 pair. This digit is 1 or 9. That's quite interesting, because on its own, 1 or 9 there. Oh, I was going to say that has an impact on this cell. It doesn't. So, sorry, this can't be 7 on the black dot. That's 8. This is now 4. This black dot, is it going to be 3, 6? So it can't be 1, 2. So it must be 3, 6. We get a 5 to link the 4 and the 6. Those coloured cells have done their part. And now we do get a 2 in the circle. And 1, 4, 5. These are from 6, 7, 8, 9 again. But we've got a 6 down here. So not quite sure where we go next. This digit is an odd one, 3, 5 or 7. This pair can't be 4, 6, can't be 1, 9, can't be 3, 7. That's a 2, 8 pair. That keeps 8 out of these cells. This one is now 1 or 4. Those can't be 7 or 9. They're a 6, 8 pair. And 6, 8 pair, 2, 4, that's a 1. That's a 9. Everything else in the row is 3, 5, 7. That 4, 6 pair makes this a 1. That makes this a 9. That 1 can't sit next to 2 without a sprinkle. That 2 can't sit next to 3 without a sprinkle. I might be missing other instances of that kind of stuff as well. But we do become able to make quite good progress, having done a little bit of deep thinking. Right, this black dot can't have a 1 or a 3 on. So it's either 2, 4 or 4, 8. And this white dot must be odd, 5 or 7. What about this X? That's either 1, 9 or 4, 6 in this box. The other one of 1 or 4 will presumably be sitting here. Yeah, I think that's right. So this can't be a 1. Don't quite know. 3 is looking at that cell. Oh, that's quite helpful. 2, 4, we get a 1 here. That's not a 1. Now, is that ruled out by the negative constraint? No, that is now not a 1, 9 pair. That's a 4, 6 pair. So this digit is 8. 6 in the circle. That's become a 5 since we got the 8 down below. 7 or 9 here. I am going to just carry on and see this through. Don't know there. Don't really know here. 6, 3, 2, 4, 8. 1, 5, 7, 9. This can't be 7 next to 3. And it can't be 5. In fact, where is 5 in the box? It's in one of those two cells. Can't be there next to 4 or 6 without a sprinkle. So this is 1 or 9, I think. Now, can we look across and get anything done? We've had 8 in a circle, so 8 can't be there, and we know 8's not in one of those cells. So and also we've got 8 there. 8 has to be in one of these two, and that is going to mean that it's in between 7 and 9. This sequence is going to have to be 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 is going to have to be here, and now we can fill them all in. Oh, not like that. I was mistakenly using arrows. 8, 7, 6, like that. Now, is there some look across? That becomes a 1. These are from 5, 7, 9. That can't be 7 by Sudoku. I'm still looking at these donut holes, which all have to be different. Oh, 7 there is looking at a 5 here. And we've got 3, 4 as a pair here with a 1 to come. That digit is 2 or 8. In this row, this can't be 1, 9, 2, 8 or 4, 6. It's 3, 7. In this column, this can't be 7, 3, 8, 2 or 4, 6. It's 9, 1. These are from 5, 6, 8. That one is 5 or 6. This one can't be 5 or 6, or there would be a white dot between them. So that's 8. That now is 2. What have we got in this row? 6, 8, 9. That must be the 9. These are 6 and 8. We've got some Sudoku to teach us how they work. And in fact, I think the rest of the puzzle might well fall to a bit of Sudoku. We can use a white dot connection between 8 and 7 there to rule it out. And it's flowing along very nicely now. So this has become a 2-3 black, 2-3V. There's me calling it a dot again. 4, 1 and 5. We need a 9 in the donut holes and a 1. That 9 forces 7 and 5. This is now 4 and 6. That's become an 8. That's 4, 9, 3, 6, 2, 5, 7. Oh, and 2 digits to write in. And there we go. That is... oh, it didn't give me a tick. That's depressing. That's because I've written a 5 in that cell, which is a 4. There we go. And now, good to see a lot of people have solved the puzzle now. Anyway, that's a pleasure. But I apologise for the mistake, and I hope that has resolved it. Let's now move on to regional Renbans, where we've got a different rule set, of course. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. The 3 by 3 borders divide a purple line into segments with the same sum. So they're region sum lines. But they're not blue because there's an extra rule. Each segment is also a non-repeating consecutive set of digits in any order. When I glanced at this rule set, I had thought it meant that these were duality lines that were Renbans and region sum lines. That is not what it's saying. It's saying that each segment is a Renban line. There are 1 cell segments. I suppose a 1 bell Renban is axiomatically fine. Okay, well, these are region sum lines, but each segment acts as a Renban line. Wow, okay, I didn't know I was doing this puzzle, as it were. Let's get cracking. So, we've still got 3 cell lines joining to 1 cell. So they must be 6, 7, 8 or 9, because the minimum for the 3 is 1, 2, 3. That's the only ones. Bother. But these are Renbans. Okay, so they are either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. And these cells are either 6 or 9 as a result. Now, can these two be the same? That would be a triple X-ray, putting those digits up here. Ooh, and well, that's interesting. So if these were both 6s and these were 1, 2, 3s, the 1, 2, 3 in row 1 would be there. Could you make up this line from digits 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Actually, you could. That might be 8, 7, and this might be 6, 5, 4. Well, that was not very successful at ruling out a possibility then. Okay, let's just focus on the fact, right, these definitely do have 2 and 3 on. They're either 1, 2, 3 each or 2, 3, 4. And therefore 2 and 3 are in those cells. And that's quite interesting. That means 1 is not on this line because every segment of this line is 2 cells and is a Renban. And 2 and 3 are over there. So 1 couldn't go with 2. So we are in the situation of making this up from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I worked out that 8, 7 and 6, 5, 4 works. Now it's my job to try and find out if that's the only way of doing it. I bet it is. Right, This segment is going to be divisible by 3. Because those digits are all a sequence, they're going to average the middle of those digits. Let's say they're 5, 6, 7. They will average 6 and add up to 18, and that must be divisible by 3. And therefore, since this is equal, and these ones will be, I was going to say divisible by 2, that's wrong. They will be an odd total. So our segment, our n for this line, our segment sum, is going to be an odd total divisible by 3. Now, it could be 9 for this bit, or 15, but it can't be 9 for this bit. It could be 21 for this bit, but that doesn't work for this 2-cell segment. So it is 15, that is the overlap, and my conclusion was right, that this is, it wasn't a conclusion, it was a guess, that this is 7, 8, and that's 4, 5, 6. Now we can't have 4 on this bit on this Renbanny thing, so that's a 1, 2, 3, and that digit is 6. These are 7, 8, 9, because they're what's left over. Now, does it prove this either way? I don't think it does. 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. This digit is 1 or 9. Haven't really looked at the rest of the puzzle. I'm only 3.5 minutes in. I should give myself a break, not criticize myself for stuff that I haven't really had time to do yet. But it's very interesting, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of sequences in this puzzle. Okay, what are these rules that we've just come up with about divisible by 2 and 3 mean for the other lines? So actually, all of the other lines in the puzzle are in 2 types. Apart from the ones we've been looking at, they are a 1 segment connecting to a 2 segment, or a 2 segment connecting to a 3 segment. Now, we've kind of done the rules for a 2 segment connecting to a 3 segment. They have to have an odd total divisible by 3, the segments. But it could be 9. I mean, the odd numbers divisible by 3 are 3, that is not viable for a 3-cell segment. 9, 15, 21, which is not viable for a 2-cell segment. So 9 or 15 are possible. So for these 2 and 3 lines, the 2-cell bits are either 4, 5 or 7, 8, adding up to 9 or 15. And the 3-cell bits are either 2, 3, 4 or 4, 5, 6. And they include a 4. If that's 4, 5, that's the 4. I don't know. Okay, these two 2-cell stubs can't both be 7, 8, because that won't work in column 5. We'd have 3 7, 8s. What about the 1 and 2 job? I mean, I sense there are more possibilities. This single cell has to be odd, but I think it could be 3, 5, 7, or 9. Well, this one can't be 3 because we can't put a 2 on the line. It also, oh well, it can't be 5 or, hang on, do we know that this is a 9 now? It has to be odd. It's either 3 being the sum of 1, 2, 5 being the sum of 2, 3, 7 being the sum of 3, 4, or 9 being the sum of 4, 5. This one has to be a 9 because we can't put 2 or 3 on this line. So that's now a 4, 5 pair. And I feel that's interesting. It doesn't still determine this for me, I don't think. This can't be a 4 now. And there is a 4 in one of those two and one of these. Okay, these are all odd digits from 3, 5, 7, 9. And their lines, there's 2 of these 2 cell lines in this box. And we're only allowed to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in those segments. And one of those will use 2 and one of them will use 4. So these two will be, I want to say, at least 4 apart as numbers. It's not a wonderful conclusion, but it is, I think, true. Oh, I find this puzzle a bit puzzling. That's what it's meant to be. Still haven't got this. Does that 4, 5 impact this at all? If this was a 1, this would be 2, 3, 4. That 9 would put a 9 here, and this would be 5, 6. If this was a 6, that doesn't work. Right, that's beautiful. Right, if this was a 6, this would be 1, 2, 3. The 6 in this box would be here, and this would be 9, and that would be a 4, 5 pair. But how could you then account for row 3, column 1? It is this cell being a 4 or 5 that has allowed us to determine this. Let me just check that again. If this was a 6, this would be 1, 2, 3, 9, 7, 8, 6 here. The only places for 4, 5 in the box would be there. That doesn't work. So that's a 9. So those two were different from each other, but it certainly wasn't an obviousness that that was going to occur. Now this doesn't let us determine that that is 9, because this could be. So it might not do much, which would be a little annoying if I'm honest. Oh, 9 and 9 there. We get a 9 in this column. Well, that's not bad. Now this orange can't be 9, and that means 5's not on this long bit. I was going to call it a cigarette, that because I used the word stub earlier, I suppose. I don't know why. It's not, I promise it's not that my mind is just dwelling on cigarettes for any reason. Oh, I'll tell you what, 9 is confined to one of those cells. I think 9 is confined to one of these cells, and that's a sort of X-wing that's going to give us 9 in the central column. Oh, I could have just looked at the central column and found 9. How peculiar. Yeah, I mean, the key thing there is 9 can't be here because these two, well, not only do they add up to that, but they can only use 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And the same is true of these. I might as well do my full pencil marking. Anyway, we've got a 9 there. And now this can't be 9. And that was interesting about this pair, these pairs. Now 5's not in there, that's it. So these digits are 1, 2, 3, and 4. One of the pairs is a 1, 2 pair, and one of them is a 3, 4 pair. And these two cells are therefore a 3 and a 7. And they're both looking at this. That's weird. In fact, where's 3 in this box? If that's a 3, 3's here. If that's a 3, no, that's fine. Okay, that can't be 3, but that is unlikely to be the crucial discovery on which everything hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a quad there, though. So this can't be 3 anymore, and that means there's no 1 on its length. Goodness, that's a very unusual puzzle. This is exactly what I meant about Derek Leclerc. He comes up with these intriguing insights into how things can work. Right, 6 can't be there. It's in one of these two cells. Then it's in one of those two. 6 is never really a candidate for a line, except, oh, it was up there, and it's a sorry, that's not true. That can't be 5. Now, I still haven't really investigated these playing against each other. You know, there's something in me that reckons they're probably not the same total. but I don't know. If either 4 or 5 got onto this line, this would have to be a 7/8 line. There is, no, I was going to say there is a 4. Oh, okay, if that was 7/8, where do they go in box 9? They would have to go here and here. Let's just think about that. This would be a 7, that would be a 3/4 pair. This would also then be a, right, that doesn't work. If that was 7/8, this is 8 and this is 7. This is now a 3/4 pair, and we've had 7/8, 3/4, and we can't fill that cell. So this is not 7/8, this is a 4/5 pair. These add up to 9, they are 2, 3, 4, but we know exactly where the 4/5 pair goes, and it's there. And now this pair doesn't have 4 in, so that's definitely a 2, 3 pair adding up to 5. Oh, does one of these go there? No. We get a 5 in one of those cells. That 2, 3 pair makes this a 7. That's what it does. And this is now a 3, 4 pair, and this is a 1, 2 pair. And that's a 3 by maths. And this is not a 3 or a 5 now by Sudoku. So this pair is either 3, 4 or 4, 5 to add up to 7 or 9. I love this puzzle, it's mad. Now this can't be a 4, 5 pair because you couldn't fill those cells. So this is a 7, 8 pair. And these are 4, 5, 6. I know where the 4 goes now. Oh, why am I crossing out the right numbers? And that's where this one has to be 6 because of that 4, 5. This is very, very clever, by the way. Very clever indeed. I'm going to get rid of the colours there. Now, how are we doing on 9s? No further forward would be about the sit rep on 9s. 5 can't be there because of this 4, 5 pair, so that's a 5. 6 in the box is here, and this is a 1, 7, 8 triple. 9, 6, 4, 5. The remaining cells in the column are 2 and 3. This one can't be 3, so it's 2. And that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Right. The 2, 3 pair there determines this as a 1. That stops this being a 1, obviously, and we have 7, 8, 9 left to fill the row. And in this row, 1, 6, 8 are the digits to fill the row in the gaps. 6 is in one of those in box 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 7 and 8 go in this group as well because of that 7, 8 pair. So this pair is a 1, 2 pair. And now we know this digit is a 9, and that resolves our little odd variant X-wing. We get a 9 here. And it still doesn't let me finish off 9s. I can take 9 as a candidate. Oh, I get 9 here. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Yeah, I've got 9 in box 3. And by elimination, I get a 9 in my coloured cell. So there we go. That now has a 4, 5 pair on its stub. A word I was keen to use again. These digits seem to be 1, 5, 6 in some order in the box. 6 in one of those cells means this isn't 6, and that means this is 6. That means this isn't 6, and one of these two is 6. These are 6, 7, 8, and that makes the other corner 1. And finishes off 8, 7. That gives us 1, 8. Yes, I don't think anything's gone wrong yet. 7 and 8 there are resolved. That gives us 7 and 8 at the top. 4, 5 there takes 5 out of those cells and puts it here. That sorts out the 4, 5. This puzzle works beautifully with itself. Now I've got a 1, 2, 3 triple, and that's 6. And this isn't, and this isn't, and this one is. That seems to have become a 1. and therefore that one isn't. 6 up at the top here, I know it's not there. 7, 8, 9, 4, 5. This is 2 or 3. These are from 2, 3, 6, and that's a triple. So then I can fill in 4 and 5 in the column. And this one is one of a 2, 3 pair, and that's a 1. Now, which one of these is a 1? I'll only know that when I've sorted out the 2s and the 3s, probably. Oh, look, 2 and 3 in this row make this digit a 6. That was the last. No, it wasn't the last 6 in the grid. There's still 2 to go in column 7 and 9. That 5 makes this a 4. 1, 7 and 8 to go in the row. 9, 7, 1, 6. This is a... I feel like it's over, and it was over long ago and I just can't do it. That's a 7, 8 pair that I hadn't seen. That makes this a 1, and that resolves 1 in box 3 as well. And I feel that might be all. No, now I can do all the 1s by doing 1 there and 1 here. That's going to let me do a lot of 2s. No, it's going to let me do a single 2 and a 3. But that's going to give me 3 here. Now I can resolve 8, 7 in this box, and that's probably going to be the key to 8, 7s everywhere. 8, 7, 8. Almost everywhere. Oh no, this one is done. Yes, that's 8. So all my 8s are done. That has, in the row, I can determine that that's a 2. So that's going to do all my 2, 3s in columns 4, 5, 6. It's beautiful, this. It's so elegant how it unfolds. That gives me 2, 3 here. That gives me 4, 3 here. This is a 5, 4 pair. They are done. I must be able to do this 4, 5, 6 now. That one's the 4, that's 5, that's 6. Then I can do 7, 6 at the bottom. And here we go. And I mean, it hasn't taken that long, but it's just a work of utter beauty. Well done, Derek. That is a fabulous puzzle. Regional Wren bands. Haven't seen that rule set exactly before, and it worked like an absolute charm. Goodness knows how long it took Derek to draw these exact lines to get that to work so beautifully and so minimalistically together. Brilliant puzzle. I've really enjoyed myself there. So thank you for bearing with the occasional error in the puzzles, and do come back again tomorrow for more Sudoku. We'd love to see you then. Bye for now.